Well, good evening, and I'm truly honoured to receive this award. I'm not with you tonight because I'm actually taking a little bit of sunshine in Australia, trying to ensure that this is going to be, there is a chance to receive the award a second time, because at 67 I feel I can still contribute. So to get a lifetime award tonight is great, but I'm hoping I can still do some more. So if I reflect on my career, it's really been about three things: platforms of technology, great teams of people, and fun. And the basic rule has always been, if you're not having fun, you spend so much time at work, you better move on. The work for me, well, I was a marketeer, and then I became a chartered accountant to try and to get into long trousers. And the opportunity of a career in pharma really started in northwest Spain, where a company which was running out of juice, making foot and mouth disease vaccine, became a key asset. And we moved it into making human proteins, in this case interferon. And that took me into the world of vaccines, which was being transformed by molecular biology and protein science, and Cohn and Boyer upgrading Jim Watson into an applicable discipline, how we could conquer cloning and create those therapeutic proteins that were required to transform therapy. I had an office next to the great Sir James Black for 2 years, an accountant learning pharmacology, and Jimmy telling me I was wasting my time with protein science. Protein science was an early call in those days, but I moved on when zoonosis occurred. This is HIV, and found myself working hard for many years on the response to HIV and the introduction of antiretroviral therapy. Then the first time I didn't have fun, a new chief executive arrived. He and I didn't get on, and after 6 weeks I said, I'm going, and moved off into the world of diagnosis. And diagnosis was actually using radioactivity in humankind. That was not so long after Chernobyl, so one was completely fascinated with how one could make sure that the great quality of radioactivity and labeling life was extolled, and you weren't shut down because of another Chernobyl mishap. Well, we got on with radioactivity, and we focused not on outer space, but on understanding life within the cell. And that took us through DNA sequencing, through array technology, and once again we found ourselves on platforms of new technology that were opening up our understanding of the body, and I hope that we would improve productivity in the innovation cycle. There was a big gap there, and we've all been seeing that big gap. But having spent 16 years in diagnosis, latterly with digitization and engineering, it's become clear that we are moving into a new era. So as I sit here tonight, I say to myself, you lot are going to have a great deal of fun. I hope I can continue, but you have some wonderful platforms of technology with which to transform our understanding of humankind and how we can improve the quality of life and hopefully the cost effectiveness of medicine. And so when you look at stem cells, when you look at big data, iPS cells, X-ray crystallography, there's a world out there which we didn't have 30 years ago to really underpin small molecules, which we have today. So let's go back to Jimmy Black, who used to say, I'd just give my left arm to have one human to try out this product. Well, now we can go into iPS cells and look both at therapy and safety. So I think you're in for a good time. I'm thrilled to be in Australia today and joining you tonight. Thank you again for the award, and remember that you should have fun at work. We've got a great crew in the United Kingdom. We have every chance of becoming one of the world's great clusters, and I'm convinced that we and you are going to do it. So thank you once again. Good night from Bill.